This is the story of the one. As head of maintenance at a concert hall, he knows the show must always go on. That's why he works behind the scenes, ensuring every light is working, the HVAC is humming, and his facility shines. With Grainger's supplies and solutions for every challenge he faces, plus 24/7 customer support, his venue never misses a beat. Call quickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
It's the Blimp. Very, very special guest here with us today.
The following radio show was originally released on vinyl.
Yes. Chris Brown is here this morning, everybody.
Hey, hi.
How are you, man?
I am, well, it's a big week, so I'm always so happy this time of year.
Happy 15th annual Record Store Day.
Look what you did.
15, wow.
Chris,
worldwide event now.
Chris started, Chris from Bull Moose, and Chris was one of the founders. We're going to say he is the founder.
Yeah.
Of Record Store Day. And why did you start it? How did you start it?
Right. So in the mid-2000s, CD sales were declining. There were, the chain stores were closing, and everybody was like, oh, somebody needs to do something. And you know how when people say somebody needs to do something, they mean somebody else, right, needs to figure this out.
Right.
So I said, why don't we, just like the people I run with who are other independent stores, why don't we create a holiday? We'll have our own day. Can't worry about everybody else, but we'll have fun. We'll thank our customers for keeping us open all these years, get some bands in the store, whatever. Like if you're, in Texas, you could have free beer, whatever. Just whatever it is, have something fun.
Right.
We'll get the labels, just ask them to put their bands wherever somebody's on tour, Ohio, whatever. Maybe make some special records for us to sell. And, we thought 200 people we thought we'd get 200 stores, but there were 600 that first year.
Wow. And how has it affected vinyl sales? So when you started Record Store Day, how much vinyl was being sold in the country?
Oh man, that had bottomed out. It was $36 million.
And what will it be this year?
Over $1 billion.
Good.
Wow.
Lord. You must be a very rich man by now. Right?
You'd think. The next time I have $1 billion idea, I'm going to figure out how to get a slice of it because, I got to keep my job. That's about it.
You had $1 billion.
And they sent you a cool book.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Sometimes people give me a record or a book.
But now it's become a thing. Now, artists put out special stuff just for Record Store Day.
Yeah, and that's, that was supposed to be I was thinking store. The emphasis was on store.
Right.
But people went with record.
Right.
Obviously it's great for, whatever. What do record stores have? Records.
Right.
So, I guess it makes sense. But, yes, so every year, there are about 450 special things made just for that day. And it's great. It gives people who have something kind of cool that they want to get out. Like Kirk Hammett from Metallica, he's timing his EP with Record Store Day, and that's the only physical release will be on Record Store Day.
Amazing. You wanted to play some McCartney at the top. What is he putting out?
Okay, so there is this year we have a book about Record Store Day coming out, and it's called Record Store Day, The Most Improbable Comeback of the 21st Century. And it's, it's a history of Record Store Day. So some of the stuff we're just talking about, what was going on, why did I think of it, and then who were all the other people who took the idea and, ran with it, and what happened in England and all this stuff. It's a good book, but and it's available in regular bookstores too. You could just get the regular version. But the version for Record Store Day comes with a record that is everything on that record was recorded in a record store.
Wow.
And the first track is McCartney.
Wow.
So
it's so cool. Doing Drive My Car.
Yeah, that's a great version of it. But you can see just read off who else is on there, Herb.
So it's live at the record store. You got McCartney, Pearl Jam, Billie Eilish, Brandy Carlisle, who else? Metallica, Mudhoney, Imagine Dragons, Regina Spektor, live at Bull Moose. It's incredible. And you're going to have... You guys have a guest on Saturday coming into the store for Record Store Day.
That's right. Yeah, Bonnie Raitt is going to do a little Q&A.
No big deal.
The Queen.
Just Bonnie Raitt
Oh,
coming
yeah,
in.
Bonnie Raitt's coming in on Saturday.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
that's right, Bonnie Raitt.
That's
Bonnie Raitt.
Bonnie
That
Raitt.
we've been working on that for like 2 years, because COVID just
Yeah.
screwed everything up.
Yeah.
With like it was going to be last year, and the person who was going to be our guest for Record Store Day 2020 actually died.
Ooh.
Like, no, we never even got to it in the to announce it.
Wow.
Who was it?
I don't know if I should say. He was a producer. We would have had to do a lot of like,
Oh, okay.
Wow. That a big producer.
yeah.
One of the big. Okay, let's not. Wow. I don't want to get
All
you in
right.
trouble.
Yeah.
Look at you. Who was it?
Of course, I'm curious.
Bonnie.
I'll tell you off here.
Okay.
Look up famous producers who died in 2020, people. You'll figure it out.
There you go.
In 2019. So Bonnie Raitt, and this is incredible. So Record Store Day throughout the world. Chris founded it, and so that's worthy of a radio show. So Saturday, we've asked Chris to come on and do 2 hours, and he's going to be playing all these cool releases that are coming out for Record Store Day.
Yeah.
And dude, you're going to be on the radio. So
That's-
that's so cool.
There you go. That's my $1 billion payback. Get to be on the blimp.
And we'll have special guests on the show. One of them is in this band, The Doors. 102.9 WBLM, welcoming back Bonnie Raitt, Saturday Merrill, and welcoming her for Record Store Day. Hanging out with our friend Chris at Bull Moose on Saturday.
Hello.
Hi, Bonnie. How cool is that? Man, before that, and she has a record coming out in honor, kind of in conjunction with RSD, right?
Right. Yeah, it's officially out tomorrow, Friday, but it's, they time it so that she can do her Record Store Day event and the tour, and they pull it all together.
So cool. Chris is the founder of Record Store Day, our friend from Bull Moose. You guys know him and love him for years and years. And we're going to put him on the radio Saturday morning. What do we say, 9 o'clock? Can you be up by 9? Can you be in here ready to go by 9?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's excited, man.
Couple of hours kicking off Record Store Day. And Chris will be here playing some of the Record Store Day releases and some special guests like John Densmore of the freaking Doors, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Who
We'll
you
talk to
brought
John.
here? You brought here a couple years ago for Record Store Day to the studio here.
Yes.
And so
in this very spot.
Right.
I'm using the very mic that John Densmore used that day. Yes, that was amazing.
and having him back today, which is cool for a guy like John Densmore from the Doors. Like, what is his connection?
So with John, well, I'll make sure to ask him on Saturday in the conversation.
Yeah.
But so there is a Doors box set that's coming out on Record Store Day. But he also wanted to talk about his book, which came out on paperback in November, a new book that he has that's really, really cool. But yeah, his second book, the one that we brought him here for, he self-published and he launched it all through independent record stores. So we were the backbone of it.
Cool.
So he did, I kid you not, like this was the first signing he did, but he probably did 200 signings.
Wow.
Like he spent months
Wow.
touring, going to record stores, and he just had a great time. Like he's that kind of guy. It worked.
Yeah.
It worked for him. And so I don't know, felt like continuing that relationship. And we kind of hit it off when, when he was here.
Yeah. Your good friend John Densmore of the Doors. No
That's so nice. Do you get a Christmas card from him?
I was thinking that I should. So when I was, I mean,
You're laughing, but I'm serious.
I know.
I am going to start sending him one because in the conversation setting it up, I mentioned he was talking about. It's kind of a thing. He's talking about the silence in between beats and how important that is, and John Cage. And I said, well, I have John Cage's book, Silence. And he's like, well, and I was like, yeah, I'll send it to you if you want it. So just give me your lawyer's, give me your lawyer's address. Because he's like, no, I'll give you my home address.
That's cool.
So I think
You
I
should
will
send
start
him a
send-
Christmas card.
Every year I'm like, I should send anybody a Christmas. Like my dad, I should send a Christmas card,
It's John Densmore, though.
But I think John Densmore, maybe I think I'll add him. I'll create, yes.
Can you imagine Chris's Christmas card list now? I got to send
You should find out
Bonnie.
when his birthday is.
Send
You can send him a birthday card.
Get Bonnie's home address,
Happy
too.
Arbor Day,
It's going to be great. So Saturday, 9 o'clock, Chris will be here bringing stacks and stacks of albums. And you're going to hear stuff that probably nowhere else, you're not going to hear it anywhere else. and which is going to be a lot of fun.
No, because these things will sell out, and who else? Yes,
They're collector's items.
They are.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a lot of like rare live stuff, and I'll tell you the Doors thing is amazing to hear them like working on the song "L.A. Woman." It's really. There's a lot of really, really great stuff. And this list is pretty classic rock heavy. So there's tons of great stuff.
No problem getting 2 hours worth on Saturday.
No problem. I mean, the problem is, like, what do you not play?
Right.
Yeah. It's the editing.
It's almost worthy of a weekly show.
There's something to think about.
I don't know. Record Store Day. It's the WBLM. We'll call it the WBLM Record Store Day special with Chris on Saturday. He's all kinds of stories. John Densmore will be on, and the stores will be crazy on Saturday, right?
They'll be busy, but not crazy, because COVID kind of made us figure out how to
space them out,
space people out, get people, people like line up instead of like it used to be just a big feeding frenzy kind of thing, but now it's organized.
Do you make it like I would hide all the rare stuff all over the store? Like this is why I don't work in a record store.
Right.
I
Make it an Easter egg hunt.
I mean, it's supposed to be like a customer appreciation thing. Like, thank you. You kept shopping at Bull Moose when, everybody else went out of business. Thank you. So
hell no.
Do the opposite.
Put them in like the, I don't know, the polka section and make them look.
Maybe we should, maybe we'll do, there's a Taylor Swift 7-inch that like, there's only 10,000 of them, which is a small number for her. So like her fans are, and like what's great about something like that is like that'll be Taylor Swift is like really popular on vinyl, but for her, like a lot of people's first record they bought was a Taylor Swift record. Right. So this 7-inch is the kind of thing that you might want to hide because.
Right.
No, actually, that's not fair because, like, her fans, some of them are new to record. You know what I mean? There's a little girl, it'll be her very first time.
He's too nice to
He's
him.
so nice.
See, this is why he runs the place.
No, we want them. We like it. It's their first time in a store. We want it to be a good one,
yeah.
right? Like, and the problem is it's going to be like 7 people. It's a great experience, and then 100 people are like, oh, it's sold out. But there's plenty of other good stuff. Like, get this thing. Billie Eilish is on it.
Right. Come on, kids.
At least, they don't sound the same. It's a different customer base, really. But it's
For all you parents out there, when if you're raising your kids right on rock and roll, part of that is taking them to a record store.
Absolutely.
Right? Part of that is that magic of going in a record store and feeling so cool.
Getting them a turntable for their bedroom and doing the whole thing.
Just like when we were kids.
Yeah.
Right on.
It was a big deal. I got my first little turntable when I was just a kid. I had one of those little, toy turntables that played the plastic disc. And then eventually I got one of those that came in a case.
Uh-huh.
And that was a big deal in the 70s. And we were talking about playing Billy Don't Be a Hero off for the 45 that I bought at Laverdier's, I mean, it was just...
And now look at you.
It was like a rite of passage.
And now you've got your own turntable that's hooked to a 100,000-watt radio transmitter.
See? But it was a rite of passage to get that turntable.
Right. It's true. And I think it still is, the way people act about it. But I got to tell you something, Celeste. We sell those turntables with the plastic fake records.
You do?
Yeah,
Let's go.
Fisher Price started making them again, and we got them.
That's amazing. Now I know what I want for my birthday.
There you are.
Exactly. Happy Record Store Day, Chris.
Thank you.
We'll see you on Saturday right here, 9 o'clock. We'll be celebrating Record Store Day, and thanks to everyone for doing that. Have fun with Bonnie Raitt.
Oh, yeah.
Tell her I said hi.
I will.
Have fun with John from The Doors.
Wow.
All your rock and roll friends, 824, and we'll see you on Saturday, man.
Super.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer, he hears things differently. To the untrained ear, everything on his shop floor might sound fine, but he can hear gears grinding or a belt slipping. So he steps in to fix the problem at hand before it gets out of hand. And he knows Grainger's got the right product he needs to get the job done, which is music to his ears. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.